What's up YouTube, Mr. Lamacy here, and today I'm going to introduce you to the best meme build you've ever seen in your life. This is the Arctic Blast Druid. Now, let me show you the Arctic Blast Druid. This is a level 89 elemental druid right here. Nothing too crazy. I believe around level 93 or 94 he will be fully maxed out. However, he is quite solid. So we'll first take a look at the stats and skills for this build. We have enough strength for a Monarch shield. I have a tiny bit more in case I end up switching Mara's out, so I can take Mara's off. That's 5 all attributes, puts us at 156. And everything else is going to be in Vitality. Pretty standard and simple right there. If we hop on over to the skills, you can see we have maxed out Arctic Blast, Cyclone Armor, Twister, Hurricane, and then Tornado will be our final maxing out piece, of course, just to get that all perfect so that you can run Arctic Blast with Hurricane. You can also, of course, shift into, and this is kind of a nice thing about this build, is you can shift into using Tornado, and it can be, of course, a solid Tornado, Hurricane, Wind Druid build. But this has a focus on the cold element. Other than that, we have 1-1-1-1-1 over here for your summons, which is a nice, decently important part of this build, because getting the summons to kind of surround and join with you is really nice. And this also opens up a little bit of options for the build, where you can lean a little bit more into the summons if you would like, and kind of boost a little bit more over here if desired, right? So you could kind of run this as like, you could take Arctic Blast out and run it more as like a Hurricane summon build if you wanted some sort of combination there. It really gives you a little bit of options. In terms of our gear, our mercenaries are very standard: Fortitude, Andes, and Infinity. Nothing too crazy there. Get us the minus res. Our gear is, we have a Doom. I put this in an Etnax in case I wanted to move it over to another character. But you get minus 40 to minus 60. I rolled a minus 50 on this Doom. So minus 50 in enemy cold res, which is really helpful. I have a Nightwings right here. It's just an 18%. I actually have a 15% somewhere else, so I could roll it, make it a 20% and have a perfect Nightwings for that. I have Mara's Spirit Shield. This piece you can definitely shift out with a 20/20 if you would like. It will hurt your FCR a little bit, which is helpful for your teleport, but otherwise you don't really need FCR in this build, right? It's just for teleporting. But Spirit is nice. If you get the high FCR, of course, it allows you to get to a decent breakpoint. I think the 68 breakpoints, you want at least a 28% for this. Enigma right there for your teleport, of course, and all the other beautiful things it gives, strength and everything. Traying Owls for the FCR and the cold res, which is helpful for the Sunder Charm. I'm running dual SOJs currently. Again, this is where you can, if you'd like, shift in some FCR pieces to potentially get yourself up to another FCR breakpoint. We don't really need it again because we're not casting anything that uses FCR, but we are teleporting, which does use FCR. So if I do get some sort of really nice amulet that has, 2 Druid, 20 FCR, something like that, I can maybe swap a ring out. I can hit the 99 breakpoint. Or, of course, if you drop this and put on a 20/20, which is 4 facets in a Monarch, you could put it in a J-mod if you want and go into max block as well. Or you can just have a regular Monarch 4 open socket, put 4 facets in it, and then you can just boost up your FCR a tiny bit to make sure you hit the, the Druid's 46, I believe is his breakpoint there. 46 and 68 and 99. I think those are the 3 breakpoints to kind of play around with. Arachnid Mesh, of course, and then Alder's Boots I'm just using for nice life and fire resist, because obviously we don't get that with Spirit. Elemental Skillers, I only have 4. This is all solo self-found gear, so that's why this isn't a perfect character, but it's decent enough. There's just some all res, there's the cold, and then this stuff I actually need to replace. Like these are just some garbage charms that I have. I haven't fixed these and replaced these all. Annie, Druid Torch, and then just some random lifers and whatever. So the charms are definitely pretty imperfect. However, with that being said, this character you can run on players 7. You can see right there the 7. This is a players 7 or players 8 if you want whatever build. And what's beautiful about this character is you can really just kind of take him anywhere. He is extremely strong. And the mix of your Holy Freeze, because you have Holy Freeze, so that comes from Doom, of course. The mix of Holy Freeze with your Hurricane, with all of the everything else, gives you, one, a ton of survivability. You can see I have 3,700 health right now, and that's not even with really a lot of stuff to help boost health, right? I don't have any skillers with health. I'm missing many charms for health, all sorts of stuff there. But you have Holy Freeze, you have Hurricane, you have Arctic Blast, so you have plenty to do for freezing and slowing everything, so it has a lot of safety to join in with it. And again, you can really take this build all over the place, which is, I think, one of the big benefits and something that feels really nice about this build is it's not like you feel like you're stuck and you can only, farm in a couple areas, right? That's one thing. Like, I love my poison, Necro, but he can't do all of the areas. He doesn't feel great in, many areas. He's amazing in cows and stuff, but other places not always. But here, I mean, even these are cold immunes that I'm breaking and then knocking their res down. It gives us plenty of opportunity. So it's a Hurricane Arctic Blast combination that really plays with the idea of just killing the cold res of monsters, while at the same time, just like freezing and beating everything down and doing pretty well. And so yeah, this is player 7. He's really strong even with like key farming, so something that I really love. Obviously, like the summoners, easy keys, we don't need to like show much there. I mean, we can go, but he can take out Countess, he can take out Summoner, and then this is player 7, Nilithak, who is cold enchanted. And one of the benefits as well is he's so slowed that he's not even able to get that off. And I mean, that's literally like, that's almost a worst case scenario, right? A cold enchanted Nilithak on player 7. On my Blizzard Sorceress, I'm leaving that. I'm like, no, I'm teleporting around, I'm dying, I'm having all this trouble. It's just like a huge issue. On this character, not at all. He blows through it. And it's just no problem whatsoever. Again, this is player 7 Hell. Arctic Blast. This build actually smacks. Actually is able to take down some insanely difficult content. And what I love almost even more about it, besides just the fact that I'm viably playing Arctic Blast here, which is, wild and insane. But what I love almost even more about it is the safety, the like player 7 capabilities are so decent. Again, just like easy key farming. So it really has a lot of variety. But it's just like, it's fun. It's unexpectedly fun. And I just found myself, I mean, Tristram is just a terrible area, unfortunately. But I unexpectedly found myself just having an absolute blast with this character. And I just kept being like, oh, I actually want to level this character up more. And do more stuff with him and just go around and, like, oh yeah, we'll go do some chaos running. We'll go do some, like, Bale runs. And I was just not even, like, thinking about any of that. And I mean, again, this is, like, as hard as it's going to get right there. Like, cold enchanted you know, Venom Lords. That's brutal. But without even like thinking about it, I just found myself continuing to level this character. He's 89 and a half, coming up on 90, and you know, it's just really nice, really a lot of fun. And you know, is it as fast as, you know, your Hammerden or your Mosaic Assassin? No. But is it capable of taking out all of this content in the game, Players 8? Yes. And that is nothing short of amazing to me, especially when you consider this is a meme. This is just purely a meme of a character right here. Where we are Arctic Blast, supposedly the worst skill in the game. I mean, I would at least rank it generally around there, you know. So this is, you know, obviously this is like some of the hardest spots right here that we are fighting. I'm trying to not just take it easy and run around like the Cold Plains. I'm trying to be like, hey, let's go into chaos and let's fight like all of the crazy hard content. And he does it just fine. There's no issues. There's plenty of safety. It's truly amazing. So, and you just kind of keep your summons up, and the summons again are tanky enough. I don't even have everything, but you just kind of, you have enough going that it just kind of works out really well. So, I don't know. I don't think there's much more to say on it. It is quite an interesting build. I'm blown away by the ability of it, the fact that it has viability on Players 7. But then additionally, just the fun of the build as well is quite nice. So, yeah, this is your build. And not terrible boss kill speed with all your summons and everybody helping out. I don't know. You tell me, man. Like, it's extremely solid. You have decent damage on your Arctic Blast, decent damage on your Hurricane. There's even, of course, more damage to be done. Like I said, with, you know, getting a few more points Tornado will boost the damage of Hurricane a little more. A few more Elemental Skillers will boost the damage a little bit more. And then, of course, if you want as well, you can shift over and use your Tornadoes. And you can make this kind of a cold damage-focused Wind Druid, which does do decently well as well moving around. But, I mean, I don't really like passing up the opportunity to use Arctic Blast on a meme run. So this is Mr. Llama's meme Arctic Blast Players 7 extremely fun clearing druid. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I have. And I'll probably continue leveling this character up even more. Again, when there's fun terror zones, besides like Tristram, you know, but when there's like Flare Jungle and Pit and all that stuff, I just have an absolute blast with this character. Even like sewers and things, there's so many great spots. So, with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. Peace, everybody.